Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to Workers and the Resources Soviet Republic. This is the somewhat Soviet state of chaos and this is episode 101. So in the last episode we did episode 100 and thank you so much for all your support. The messages of support has been absolutely amazing and it makes me just want to do more. So thank you so much for that. What we're going to do now, because I know initially I kind of said maybe we should end it at episode 100 and focus on some other stuff. But I think the overwhelming support and the overwhelming messages, please continue, please fill up the map, please get us to 200,000 people, all these kind of things. I think let's go ahead and do a little bit more. What I will, however, do is mix up the format a little bit. And in order to do that, I'm going to build a lot of stuff and maybe have some of it on the gameplay, others not. What I will try and do is mix and match between just general gameplay and then describing how I've done things. So maybe a little bit of a how-to guide every now and again. The lessons we've learned in this playthrough, basically. I by no means think I'm an expert in this game, so please bear that in mind. I still make mistakes. Just the lessons that I do learn, I would like to share with you as we go. So what I've done, you will remember in the last one we had a bit of a nightmare. So what happened here, let me quickly discuss this because I fixed it. Let's quickly start off by discussing that. Under, what was it? It was a road cargo station. Basically I had one of these guys, right? One of the this road cargo station over there that had the double access points. And we have some others over here also that's a little smaller and so on. But I would be very cautious about using the modded one. So what is happening over here? I've gone back to the basic one. If you go to the roads tool over here, you would find the road cargo station, which is this one over here. Link that up through a cargo connection, the forklift connection. And these guys, this means on this one, all of the vehicles move at the same time. Going in, going out, it all moves at the same time. So the problem we had here queuing back up is no longer such a big deal because they can actually maneuver through here. So where possible, try and use the facilities that allow vehicles to move through. I do know the next update or an update of this game is going to fix that so that it does in all facilities. But for the time being, please be aware that some buildings don't allow vehicles to move at the same time. I know some of the hospitals has problems with this. The customs border posts had problems with this, and there's a mod to fix that. But that really does slow down the operation. Now this is working brilliantly. And what I can also suggest as a lesson learned, which I can't do over here, is make use of multiple of these forklift connection facilities. These guys don't actually use these forklift facilities, so they didn't need to be in this area. So when you know you're going to expand, and we didn't really know we're going to expand, but we did know that we're going to do something like this. When you're using multiple distribution offices, like I am over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 distribution offices to bring in crops, make sure you use multiple of these. So if we used instead of 1, but 2 or 3 of these forklift connections into the grain silo with each of a road cargo station and probably ran them all from different sides with different roads, there would be hardly any queuing over here. So that's just something to get to know. This guy is loading up. I think both of them are loading up. One is to go to the Port of Chaos and the other one is to go to the other cargo harbor over there. So we are loading them up pretty quickly. Hopefully before the snow comes around we should be able to move a little bit of this stuff. I think we're probably going to lose because it's 10 more days or something before we'll start seeing snow. So I'm thinking because we had some issues over here, we're probably going to lose a lot of our crops, unfortunately. But I think we've got a setup that's probably good enough for the next season. May want to put a little roundabout in here or so on so that we just tighten this up a little bit. But overall, it's not the end of the world. I've also disconnected this access point for the fuel station, and now we're just using this one. I know this fuel station doesn't allow multiple vehicles to drive through at the same time, but you rarely get multiple vehicles trying to fill up at the same time to this kind of extent. There may be 2 or 3, and then waiting a bit is not the end of the world. What I did, however, like about this fuel station is the fact that it has that piped connection straight from our storage, so we don't have to what's going on? It's not actually... Oh, we're out of fuel? My goodness. My goodness. Out of fuel? Where's our fuel stuffs? Let's quickly have a look. And then we'll start seeing what else we're going to do. So the fuel, guys... No, this guy. That's bitumen. It's almost filled up with bitumen. Got a little while left to go still on this one. What I might do is I might actually say, buddies, make your move, stop loading so that we can get fuel out to where we need the fuel. Okay, there we go. It is getting pretty cold now, so hopefully we'll move more and more of these crops in here. Well, I am a little concerned as to why some of these are waiting while they should really be going to other facilities instead of just because there's some of these. Come and load over here instead of hanging out over there. You should just be going. Maybe it's because I messed things up a little bit by demolishing this thing midway through, all these kind of things. But overall, we've got tons of crops that still needs to be moved around over here. So that is going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so in this episode, we are actually growing this massive Verov Leningrad SKK as a sports facility and a bit of a feature over here. These guys are filled up quite nicely. There's some construction going on over here and lots of construction going on over here. Do I have the helicopter officers coming in? Yes, I in fact do have the helicopter officers coming in, which is pretty good and is what we basically need. We've got some planes rushing around over here. Okay. So we'll continue to lay this out. When we pop into over here, you can see that we're now up to 127,000 population. We are growing at quite a rapid pace. So what we've got here, in terms of education, we've got just under half of our population degree educated, or what do they call it? University educated. Then we've got about another 40,000 with basic education. So that's 100,000 of our people is educated to some degree, and then we've got 27,000 approximately that's not educated. And that makes a lot of sense because we've got babies, 18,000 babies, and then 31,000 children. So the fact that these uneducated, predominantly babies, and then there's probably a little bit of children in there. I wouldn't expect that there's a lot of uneducated adults. What would be an interesting one is to see what kind of split we have between adults that are basic educated versus degree educated. And if we have a look at the all-time thing over here, we can see that, look at that. We clearly made a massive effort a while ago to get our people degree educated a couple of years ago. Build a lot of new universities, and there you can clearly see where that blue line goes across the green line. A massive dip in the green line, a massive growth in the blue line. And what you can see is the red line remains fairly constant, and that's really our baby. So that's our birth rate is really what that is all about. In terms of deaths and things like that, I don't think we've seen a lot recently. Unemployed workers, 13,000. We can probably do a little bit more with employment. In terms of escapes over time, there's been a fair bit. Deaths, we've had almost 800,000 people die over the course of our cities or our nation's development, and about a million, almost 1.1 million births, which is awesome. I love it. It's really good. So now what we can do is we can move more people over here, and then this city will start growing even more. Okay, so let's do a bit of that. Let's move a few people around. I do think from a heating perspective, let's just have a look at what's going on with our heating. I'm going to slow down the game just a little bit so I don't have to pause it completely. I do want things to continue to go, but what I would like to do is just make sure the building on fire. Honestly, I don't need to really get... Citizens' happiness are low. Where is this? Let's just figure this one out. So why are you struggling so much? What are you missing? Temperature. That's probably the big ticket item over here. And this is the kind of thing that I wanted to have a look at right now. So I've paused the game just because it's starting to become a bit of a big deal. So if we go to interior heating, you can see we don't have heating over here. So as a matter of urgency, we need to have a look at our heating. We can obviously not move people in here until this guy's built. So we're busy building this facility over here. Do we have helicopters building? We do not. So let's Let's assign ourselves some helicopters to come and build over here. Over here, helicopter construction. Well, we'll get these two guys to come on in. We'll assign them to come and do some work over here so we can get this thing built pretty quickly. That's the plan. What I will also need to do is probably get a little something going on this side of town. So we've got one over here, and it's, yeah, we probably need some more all the way through here. So if we plan out for a little heating facility somewhere over here, a heating plant, we'll try and do the large heating plant somewhere. The problem is over here, I don't want it to get too close to where we're actually going to end up extending our stuff. So what we'll probably do is we'll extend residential areas up to around here. And then we'll place this guy kind of central in there so it's not too close to one of the lakes. And we'll have to put a little bit of a buffer of facilities and maybe even an industrialized component over here. And that's actually pretty good because we can get the rail to come back over this way. So I think that's probably a good enough idea. So let's zoom in over here and see about placing this to such an extent. Maybe what we'll do is let's get the road connection running straight through here first, so we can maybe straighten that road connection up a little bit more. So that's about 380 meters or so. So if we do it about approximately at that spot, I'm just going to go ahead and pay for that. That's fine. You can go nuts right over there. So now let's get the heating back. We go in here, get the heating plant, the big one. I'm going to try and do it like this so that we can see about getting... So if we do the heating right over there, I would like us to get a bit of a storage going on. So if I grab the small aggregate storage, yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. There we go. That's brilliant. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll run a little bit of road through here. That's awesome. I'll pay for the road, so that's no problem. What we'll do is I'll kind of see about slowly moving this road out into that general direction. Yeah, because we're going to have to maintain some kind of middle ground. I don't want to go too far with some of these road connections because at some point we have to kind of cap off the city a little bit. But at least up to about here is where we're going to go. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. Roads are pretty expensive if you look at it that way. Okay, so now we've got this going on. So these can start constructing. I'll get the various construction officers to start their work over here. So let's get some construction officers assigned. Yeah, let's get you assigned over here and over there. We'll get you assigned over here and over there. And so we should get these guys built pretty quickly. There's some other construction officers assigned. Oh, not at all. Let's make sure to get some of the Ultima guys assigned because we need workers to come into this general direction. This one's got everything assigned to it. So it's interesting. So that distance is a little bit different. Okay, what we'll need to do is we'll need to get some power over here, but we'll also need to make sure these guys aren't connected, right? Is this guy connected? I believe not. Let's quickly go underground and see. Yeah, this one's connected. That one's not connected. Are there others? Okay, let's pop back up again. Just have a look. Because I think I might have placed them in such a way that would make sense. So this is heating all the way through there. And then this guy is supposed to be heating the rest of them. Okay, so all I need to do is make sure I run a heating pipe down here for this guy for the time being. So let's grab a heating pipe. I'm after the big underground variety. We'll go from... I think we'll go from the center. And then let's see, how far can we go? Please, 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 please. Oh, beautiful. It's about 1 kilometer over there, which is good. I like that direct connection over here. So we can definitely do that. I think for the time being, would we like to build this ourselves? I'm not sure it'll properly work. This guy doesn't even have a road connection to it. I'll have to get that road connection and then maybe they can start constructing it from this side. Let's for the time being commission the construction of that and not worry about it too much further. Let's go upstairs or up again and then what we could do is run a little bit of a road in here. So let's do this. Let's do a little bit of a road in here. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Because this is a fairly narrow block. We shouldn't just, the center should just be pedestrianized, I believe. So let's pay for that and see if we can get this pipe being constructed at all. Do we have any other bits and pieces over here? So for the time being, as soon as we can get that one going, what we'll need to do is provide workers over here also, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. What I'm just thinking is we probably need to run a little bit of a road section through here, and I'm kind of tempted to do a bit of this, so we can, in fact, do a bit of a crossing. There we go. What I'll do is I'll extend this one up here a little bit, and we will I'll just straighten that up a little. Okay, and we'll do that, and there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the roads. The roads just take so much time to do. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it. So these are our main roads, basically, to make sure everybody can get where they want to go. And it works pretty well, this kind of layout. So there's still a lot of room for expansion over here. How's our construction going? Over here predominantly is what I'm after. As soon as we can get this thing to get done a little quicker, things should be able to help. Let's just assign any other helicopter that we still need to assign here. Did we assign this one? Let's go nuts. Assign it. Assign it now. We can get more. If we're going to get this one built a little quicker, we should be able to move some people in here. Obviously, people are moving in here, but they're pretty unhappy because we need to get this built fairly quickly also. So yeah, a lot happening at this point in time. I should be able to speed things up a little bit. It's going to start snowing soon. How are we going over here? Ooh, we're not making a lot of progress at moving some of this stuff, and we're still seeing the this. I don't think we're ever going to get through that, but we're at least moving a fair bit of crops in here now. Wouldn't mind us being able to do that at a much more rapid pace. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to talk about now is just train is waiting too long. Let's just check. It might be the cold one. I believe it's the cold one. Yeah, and I don't mind the cold one. So the cold one. So let's talk about what we're doing with this port. So the intent with this port, and I might have discussed it previously in one of like 20 episodes or 30 episodes ago or something like that. But the intent of this port was that we maintain a storage of all of the stuff that we need. This is our central reserve where our nation gets everything that they need. So we're also going to export from here. We bring in one of the key operating concepts that we've got over here is bringing in super raw materials. So we bring in basic bauxite over here. Oh no, this is iron ore, but bauxite comes in as well. Then we've got facilities over here to transform this into bauxite. So what was it? No, this is iron. No. Hang on. That brings in iron ore and we transform it into what exactly? This is the bauxite facility, raw bauxite into bauxite, iron ore into iron. So that's basically what it is. So it's our processing facilities over here. I'm not going to delete any of those things. There we go. So that's basically what's happening over here. A very similar, so this is our basic industrial processing. A very similar thing is happening in this general area. Still have a fair bit of food around. Is happening in this general area with a lot of oil and things coming in. And one of the things that we should probably do is throw in a few more of our oil tankers over here because they are bringing in oil to supplement our operation. So you can see they are coming in and they are helping us supplement it, but these guys are making fuel at a much, much larger rate. Let's quickly pop down here and see whether we've filled up the fuel tank over here. How come? Oh, you're just arriving now. So let's see what's happening over here. Yeah, we've it's a pretty slow ship that. Just want to make sure we fill it up. There's a few other gas stations nearby that the guys are probably using, but I just want to make sure that we're using the central one as well. But it's got a bit of a lead up, a little bit of a room. So when you're expecting a queue of vehicles, it's good to have a little bit of throat length to the facility. similar to what is happening over here, just to make sure that it's not all tied to the very same spot. Okay, so we are filling this guy up with fuel. Oh, the problem is we ran out of power. Okay, what I'm going to do then, this is why it only gets a little bit at a time, because it runs out of power. So so these guys don't provide power at a rapid enough rate. So let me quickly slot in an extra bit of power over here. So again, I'm going to go with these big guys. If I can see about squeezing it in this general spot, would mean, oh, we can. I'm not going to tie it in with the big guns there. Let's do this one here and that one there. I'm hoping that they will help support things a little bit. And what I'll do is I'll just connect it with these roads over here. I'm going to go ahead and pay for it. I'm going to go ahead and pay for the construction of these two guys. I'm going to send this guy back here as soon as it's out. And then hopefully this time around we should have sufficient power. So once you're out, I'll send you back, move to, there we go. So turn around, move to, I want you to please drop that off, because what happens is we immediately kind of run out of fuel. Because if we run out of power, then the guy stops its dropping off of the stuff here. So hopefully with these additional wind turbines, we'll get things working a little bit better. We're running out of fuel fairly quickly over here, but that's okay. This guy should be able to fill this guy up now. I'm hoping that's the case. Okay, so with those two in mind, as soon as it drops, I just want to see, because this should then start running the wind power. Okay, and docked. There we go. Keep going. These guys aren't even spinning. Yeah, a little bit of a battery or something would have been great, but I do know batteries was not a thing back in the day. It's hardly a thing at the moment. We're just about getting efficient battery operations going. Excellent. This is exactly what I had in mind. So if you've got enough power, and there's the extra one starting to spin up now, otherwise it would have stopped. So now it's filled up, and that's exactly what we're after. So I believe it will go and drop off some fuel over here, but we still have fuel available over here, so that's not the end of the world. This one again was linked up, where I'm using this one because it is linked with a pipe directly, so we don't have to run very special additional ones right over there. So that's good. Okay. Excellent. So that concept of operations is looking pretty good. Okay, I wanted to move a few more of our vehicles out through here. So here you can see we're building a ton, a good old ton of these guys, and we've got them all ready to go. So let's move these 7 over to the Port of Chaos so that we can collect oil at a bit more rapid rate for deployment. The UI is going to be updated, guys. That is something that I'm super excited about. Just because the UI is a little bit clunky at the moment. It's very, like what I'm doing here should be quite an easy UI. We should be able to multi-select vehicles and move them to where we want to move them, no problem. But it's not quite the case. So what I'll quickly have a look at our oil producing facilities. So we've got 7 additional guys in now. That means up to there. We can throw in another 3. I'll grab another 3 and we'll bring in 3 more, and then we'll quickly look at our oil producing facilities. So the gameplay style is going to be a lot more fixing up, tweaking things, slowly building stuff up, those kind of things. So I've done that. Let's get 3 more to move through. There we go, 3 more. Similar to what they've done with the construction offices, I'm pretty sure you should be able to do similar arrangements for moving vehicles around and so on. So additional 3 of these guys should be able to completely fill this guy up. Okay, there we go. So now all of them should be on the move to get over here, and we should be able to move more oil. Now let's quickly pop up to our various oil producing facilities, like this one over here. Are we getting fuel? There's fuel over here. Temperature is too low, but we don't have firefighters here. We just have the helicopter. Yeah, this guy is sat with a ton of fuel that's not being moved. We don't have any others in this general area. Let's quickly move down. I've paused the game just so that it doesn't go all white on us straight away. This guy over here should be all filled up. Yeah, exactly. They're all filled up and we're not moving sufficient amounts of fuel around or oil around. This one over here probably all filled up. Yes, they're all completely filled up. So what I can do is, in addition to the distribution, I'll run a couple of additional tankers by themselves. There's one over here, right? That one's all filled up too. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. There's so much oil available and we're not moving it sufficiently to where it needs to go. Down over here we should be all filled up yet again. Excellent. So lots and lots of oil available and we're just not cutting it basically. So I'm going to grab a few more of these guys. I'll unpause the game so we'll see about getting a few moved. As soon as they move out. Now we've got, so I believe, okay, excellent. Now it's all white, snowy goodness over here. And I just need to make sure that we're building some stuff quick enough. So if I grab some of these guys, I should be able to, I can't actually assign you something. So let's quickly move them in here. So we can actually assign them to a route. So I want to assign them to a route that just constantly goes back and forth, instead of going through the distribution office. And that means we can split off where they actually unload as well, I believe, because for some reason the unloading station doesn't want to work. So if we grab this guy over here, okay, and then if we assign it a route, I believe we've got, it's this guy. Yeah, so we can assign it that route basically. That's what it is. And we'll say, yeah, go nuts, start it off. So what I'll do is I'll just make... well, what we can do is we don't necessarily need to name these guys because they will get a little crazy. So we will at least run some of these guys directly. And hopefully we've added a few more tankers to the mix and hopefully that doubles up the amount of oil we can actually get here. We've got some coming in straight by pipeline. We've got a train that's actually doing the thing. Let's quickly see if we can't pop in an extra train. Where is our oil train? So let's quickly have a look. Oil tanker train. So we've got the crude rail collection here. We've got a single vehicle on it. It's going somewhere to... Where does it... It unloads at numerous spots, actually. Sequoia large oil storage. I think that's the one where we wanted to go. This one is Vroska oil fuel loading, unloading. Where is this? Let's just see where this is at, because I can't remember where this was. What were we doing here? Oil? Oh, yes, we're dropping off oil over here to create plastics, I believe. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, but we may need to add an extra train to that mix so that we can move more. Okay, so it's filled up with this. What is it missing? It's missing electronics, I believe. I mean, chemicals. It's missing chemicals. So we've upped our chemical game, but which hang on. This is missing workers. Oh, I've not opened this up. This I've closed down because for some reason, hang on, let's just see. For some reason, yeah, we're not even getting enough. Oh, and we're not exporting all the plastics either. Okay, so that's fine. We've got a little bit of spare capacity over here. So that's honestly not going to take a lot of oil. Let's quickly see what we've got available in terms of trains so we can see about getting an extra oil train going. Are we building another? So what are we? Hang on. Let's just see what we've got in terms of these. We've got 4. I probably need more though. Let's just close some of this off, close some of that off. So what we'll need is, let's switch on over and create the oil tankers over here. So let's do. So we've got. What are they? They take 120. That's not bad actually. So 4 gives us 480. Which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. But if we do an extra one, that goes to 600. So 5 is really the right number. So let's do 6 of them so we can do 2 oil trains. That's good. So as soon as you're done with those, we can move on with our lives. Okay, let's move a few. Let's get a few a few routes going on. So if we go here, where am I at? Where am I? Where are we? I'm like, what? Here we go. This is where we're coming to. So if I over here. If I pop you in there, please come and load up some oil for us. Absolutely everything. And then you're just going to pop straight down over here and you're going to unload in this location, unloading oil for us, everything you got, and make a start. So with that vehicle in place, we can put an extra one on there. So I'll just do an extra one so that we've got a couple of vehicles that's just going to constantly run. And then we've got the distribution facility that's going to pick up the rest. So let's grab another one. We'll assign that one to the one that doesn't have two vehicles. Yeah, it's got two stations. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll make a start. Okay. One of the other things that I've learned about this game is that in reality, let's do one more and then we'll talk about a few other bits and pieces. So let's grab one more of these guys. Make it pop on over here somewhere. Yeah, come on in here. And pick up your oils over here. And then come and unload your oils over in this facility, please. Unload the oil, everything, and make a start. And we'll put another vehicle onto that. There's going to be a lot of vehicles. And I think that's the thing. Starting to run way more vehicles on the road network that we've so painstakingly built is exactly what we're after. Citizens' health are low. I think there's an area where we're struggling with heating. I mean, you should know that. We've talked about it in this episode. Let's quickly assign this guy. So where we've got just the one vehicle, let's do that. And let's make a start on that and we'll get going. Okay. So one of the other things that I've kind of learned in this playthrough, one thing that when we started Morgan Valley and the associated Morgan Valley mines over here, yes, fair enough, this was in the hills, we could actually mine these things. But so what I did is I've basically said, oh, there's trees over here, so let's collect woodland pieces over here. There's oil over here, so let's just use this very spot here to do some oil processing. Similarly with the mines, I said, oh, we've got both coal and iron right over here. Let's process everything right over here and run it straight into the steel mill, put the steel mill in here, and then build our city around it. And that probably does happen from time to time. But in reality, what I think that would make this game so much more fun, and what we're trying to do now more towards the end of it, is these facilities, just place them or wherever the city is, wherever the workers is, and then kind of mine the stuff where you need to mine them, like here. And then from this area, put them directly onto a train and run them to wherever we're processing it. And then from the processing, we run that to where we're going to create the steel. And that, I think, is kind of the way that you can really maximize your logistics, make the game even more fun by doing that. Oh, we're busy building our additional runway. I kind of forgot about that, but this is underway. So the additional runway is under construction over here. I've had to move the road, kink the road around the runway a little bit to provide a little bit of extra room over here. Let's see what's happening with our heating. What's happening with our heating? Heating is done over there and still underway over here. So let's see about this guy. Have we run our heating facilities? Let's quickly go underground. Oh, come on, autosave. There is one that is running over here. So I should just make sure that we get a bus full of people over here to start maneuvering. Oh, we also need to bring in coal. So let's quickly see where our coal is at. There's some construction going on over here. This is chemicals, so we do need more chemical production. And that's what this is all about. This is gravel. This is coal. We've got coal being moved through. Which one? The Ultima Logistics Facility only has the one dumper. I'll bring in a few more dumpers so that we can make sure that we're actually going to run our coal over here. I would like you to unload coal, please. Up to 90% is absolutely perfect, so that's fine. So now we should get coal out over here. I'm going to bring in a few more dumpers and then probably a couple of buses to run people over there. We'll have to see. I don't think we've got any workers hanging out over here, so it'll be a challenge for us. Where's workers? Worker-wise, we should have workers over here. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll run that. Are we getting stuff in here? Oh, absolutely. We've got the stuff up and running. These are ready to go, and people are actually working there. There's just no... Oof, that's not great. That's not great. Okay, let's get a few dumpers and a few buses. So give me at least a couple of dumpers and a couple of buses. We'll do that. And I'll assign the dumpers to our distribution office. Here. Right, this is the one. No. That's technical services. Get rid of that. It's this one over here. There we go. Get a couple of dumpers over here. I wouldn't mind actually running buses in a similar fashion like a distribution office as well, but I'm assuming that's not really the way it works. Do we have bus stations with people? We've got bus stations with workers waiting. Yeah, this is probably the closest spot. So let's actually run it from here so that we don't run out of workers at this facility. And you're just going to drop them off straight away over there. Get in, get out, and go. And this one we're going to assign to that very same one. 4 passengers. Probably not a great name. It's going to be this one to the heating plant. Let's do that and let's make a start. And let's just make it, let's just call it, I want to put line spacing on there. So please do that. Make sure we do that. And we rename this line as the airport, let's just do Ultima Airport heating, workers. There we go. That's good. And we'll save it. We'll do that. The buses are underway and they should start bringing people in. And hopefully by the time the buses get here, we should have our very first load of coal there as well, so that we can start heating this area and start moving people in. Then this is actually under construction, which is pretty good. This pipe is doing its thing. That's been built. This is, yeah, ready to go into construction now. This one has got a few helicopters working on it. Should we assign an extra one? What are we missing at over here? We're missing mechanical components. Can we have a quick look at what's going on with mechanical components? They should be stored over here. No, not here. There's over here. Tons of mechanical components available, so it shouldn't be a big deal. It's chemicals that we've got an issue with down in this part of the world. Let's assign some. Oh, they're all assigned, so we should get mechanical components over here. These all have vehicles available? So how come you're not getting your mechanical components? They might be on the way. There's probably so few mechanical components that you're after. Yeah, it's probably on the way. What do we need? In this area, I think we probably need technical services. So let's grab a technical services facility. Just get building on that. Technical services right over here. That takes 11 parking spots. I probably don't need a big one like that. The 4 parking spot one I think is just fine. I'll place it right in, this area right over here in this buffer zone. Yeah, I think in the buffer zone is exactly where we would like it to go. We'll get that technical services piece going on over there. I'm going to go ahead and pay for the roads. I don't like building the roads. We'll get the rest built presumably fairly quickly. Yeah, all of them are now assigned, so that should be fine. I believe we lost out all the crops. I'm assuming all of these crops are gone, and this thing's probably empty. No, not quite empty just yet. So next season, I think will be way more effective. Way more effective. Our delays are definitely going to be reduced. Next season, we'll have way more food. Crops, at least. What's going on over here with livestock? We've got a fair bit of livestock available. That's good. These livestock farms are all doing their thing. We are getting workers back and forth over here. Who's building this? We can get some helicopters to come and build this. Let's make sure to assign some helicopters to the task. Let's assign that one, and we'll assign this one. probably need to assign a helicopter over here also. What do we have over here? That's food. Excellent. Filled up with food, and you're trying to unload crops. That's fine. Over here. Ooh. We do not have as much meat as I would have liked. We're waiting on livestock. Where's our livestock train? Let's quickly figure out what's going on with our livestock. I just want to see what's going on with our livestock train. Is this our livestock train? Nope. Some construction materials. Is that our livestock train? Just want to make sure. Yes, this is our livestock train. I don't think it waits till it's full, right? So this is going to be 60 tons. Okay, so the thing is we're producing livestock at a pretty low rate at the moment. Low number of workers, really. So that's filling up with livestock. It can only take 120, so it's at least a half a load. 64 tons. Is it waiting? It's waiting. That's the issue. It's waiting. This is why things are pretty... maybe it's okay. Maybe it's actually okay. It gets done pretty quickly. I'm just looking at this rate. It's going up fairly quickly, and because the train doesn't take way more than like 120 tons, we should be able to get up to that 120 mark without too much waiting, because there is still meat left at the other facility. The vehicles are constantly coming in. The rate at which it's coming in is fine. Absolutely fine. We're going to fill it up in just a minute. We should probably put another train on here to bring in more workers. That would make a massive difference, I think. We're going to go and see if our heating is working. And guys, I'm going to try and maybe shorten the videos just a little bit, so that we've got a little bit more, because we're going to cover a lot of ground and it's not going to be all about expansion. We're going to do little bits and pieces. There goes our train. Not bad. So let's take a drive on it while we're at it. Going up over here. Crossing this massive bridge. I do love it. The infrastructure over here. I do love building the infrastructure. You guys know that. You've seen me spend hours on it. Okay, so we're arriving. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, so we haven't even made a dent in the meat that was here. So we'll just unload the livestock straight away. It's going to be a straight unload directly in there straight away. It's going to start creating meat at a rapid pace, and this guy's going to go back and get some more. That's basically what's going to happen. Not bad. There we go. It's already processed 40 tons. Yeah, it's going pretty quickly actually. I think this setup is not bad at all. How much do we have here? Almost another load. I think another train full of people over here, another worker train is what we're after. I think we should be able to set something up. What's the size of that train though? Let's quickly have a look. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the show. I want to see if this is progressing. That's good. Yeah, so we're moving away from a development mindset and more towards a governance mindset. So if we have a look at our worker train, where is it? Sorry, with the snow, it's sometimes quite difficult to spot the trains. What? Where is it? Where's our train? Is it on the bridge? There it is. It's on the bridge. This one takes 500 people. Whether it needs 500 people, I've no idea. Whether it can get 500 people, it's no idea. I mean, there's not 500 workers around over here. So, what that means, if it fills 130, which is fine, 140, there it goes back. That's fine, no problems whatsoever. Yeah, it moves a lot of people, this station, but I wouldn't mind getting another couple of big buildings in over here. Some of these big guys. Oh, they're not even filled up yet. And these, I think... No, we should move people in here straight away. Let's quickly see what's going on over here. Are we... Buildings without power. Oh, crap. Forgot about that. Do we have workers? We've got a full load of workers over here. Let's just get the power in. That's a rookie mistake right there. Let's get a A power facility, substation, power substation. Probably in here, so that we've got everything powered on this side as well. Yeah, that's about right. So let's do this. We'll power it. No, power everything, please. Let's do that. Get that facility in there. Go ahead and pay for that. Oh, we are actually running. Now let's just see our underground voltage lines. Where is our power facilities? It's over here. I'm pretty comfortable to run it like that. Just a straight line is all that I'm after. So quickly build that straight away. Let's get out of here. Oh man, our buses are actually working. Even though we're not actually plowing these roads, the buses are bringing workers in a pretty decent pace. Come on. We should have this site powered up in a jiffy. Still without power supply. There we go. Power coming in. Now heating is going to move. Wow. Oh, yes, because it's filling up this facility over here. Yeah, so this is now coming in. It's got too many connections. So what we do need to do is make sure we build an extra one. That's a no-brainer. So we can probably start doing that right now. But that's about it. Hopefully we'll get our citizens' health up. Do we have people living here? No, we do not. Oh, we do. We do have people living here, and that's them that's complaining about not getting everything that they need. Okay, so now with that going on, that thing should work a little bit better. So now heating is absolutely running. We should do a few more things to improve that situation. This one is built. This one is built. What I'll do is I will go ahead and pay for that, and I will go ahead and pay for this. This is halfway built. Yes, it takes a fair bit of time to get that done. And what we'll do is I'm quickly going to go ahead and set up our... Oh, we've got to do... Okay, let's make sure to actually bring in... Who's bringing coal over here? Let's just see. It's these guys. This guy's bringing it in. I'm going to get him... It's already got the 2. Where is it going to pick up the coal? It's picking it up over there. So what I'll do is I'll just add to this one. We'll add that facility over there. Thank you. Make sure that that's going to unload over there. So that means we should be able to get the coal in there pretty quickly. I should be moving out straight away to go and move the coal. Oh, they're not. Okay, so we might have to bring in an extra dumper over here, over that way. Let's quickly grab that and get a couple of buses in place so that we can yet again move some more things. Okay, let's grab 2 more dumpers and 2 more buses. Yeah, this additional bridge was an absolute must-have. Otherwise, the travel distance over here would have been major. Okay, and I'm going to kind of end the episode now. As soon as we get this set up, I'm going to end the episode. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one as we continue to govern this glorious nation of ours. Now, over here, we're going to want to pick up some people at a bus stop. Where? We should have a bus stop around here somewhere. Do I not? This is a bus stop, right? Let's just see what's in there. There's no one there. People in a bus stop over here, maybe? Where? What? Oh, there's the bus stop. Ooh, almost no workers at the bus stops on this side. Well, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely pick up from this one, and we just need to fill these buildings up. I think they're empty at the moment, or pretty empty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up from here. So come and pick up over here, please, because that's a pretty straight shot. And then you're going to drop off at the station over here. Do all of that. Let's make a start. There we go. And this one I want to assign. We want to make sure that we pick up that final one there. So let's sign that one. Yes, let's make that start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to rename that. I'm going to say this is Ultima Heating 2. Ultima Heating 2 workers, eating 2 workers. There we go. Very, very sensible name that. And we'll do that and we'll go nuts. So we'll get some people coming in straight away. That's good. That is awesome. So we'll get that moving. We're going to need way more people to come in over here. There are passengers waiting, but not workers so much. So we need to fill these guys up as soon as we've got a little bit of heating. It might be a chicken and egg problem, so we'll just fill it up as soon as we've got we've got the vehicles over here. We'll fill up these workers and we'll move it on from there. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. In the comments down below, tell me what it is that you would like us to see. What would you like me to explain? That's kind of going to be the format of this series going forward, and whether that's an extra 20 or 25 episodes or 50 episodes or what have you, as along with building up Ultima Grad over here and getting ourselves up to our 200,000 population mark. We've lost a few people, 2,000 people or something. As we build ourselves up to that mark, I'm going to go ahead and explain various things. Do you want to see distribution offices explained in a bit more detail? Do you want to see logistics distribution from city to city explained in a little bit more detail? What is it that you want us to discuss? And it doesn't have to be distribution. We can say medical or universities. How does it work? How do hostels work? How does farms work? Anything really. Just let me know in the comments down below if there's something specific that you would like me to explain as part of the city build. Do let me know. And yeah, as always, if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.